First of all, I would like to thank all the subscribers for reaching the number of 40,000 on the channel. You should know this. So today I made a video that I hope you would enjoy about the Carpathian Mountains. The Carpathian Mountains are the second longest mountain system in Europe, covering an area of about 210,000 square kilometers and are home to approximately 30% of the European flora and the Europe's largest populations of brown bears, wolves, lynx, European bison and rare bird species, including the globally threatened imperial eagle. Also, the Carpathians serve as a bridge between Europe's northern and southeastern cultures, resulting in a wide cultural variety. Stay tuned to find more interesting stuff about the Carpathian Mountains. The Carpathians are a subsystem of a bigger Alps-Himalaya system and are forming an arc throughout Central and Eastern Europe, about 1,500 kilometers long. It is the third longest European mountain range after the Urals and the Scandinavian mountains, stretching from the Danube in the northwest to the Timok Valley in the southeast. The Carpathians cover the territories of 8 countries, each state having a certain percentage of the total area. In all these 8 countries, the Carpathians have different native names. The name Carpathes is highly associated with the old Dacian tribes called Carpis or Carpi, who lived in a large area from the east-northeast of the Black Sea to Transylvanian plains on the present-day Romania and Moldova. In late Roman documents, the eastern Carpathian Mountains were referred to as Montes Sarmatici, meaning Sarmatian Mountains, while the western Carpathians were called Carpathes, a name that is first recorded in Ptolemy's Geographia. Although the toponym was recorded already by Ptolemy in the 2nd century of the Christian era, the modern form of the name is a neologism in most languages. For instance, Hovasok, Snowy Mountains, was its medieval Hungarian name. Russian chronicles refer to it as Hungarian Mountains. Later sources, such as Dimitrie Cantemir, refer to the range as Transylvanian Mountains, while the 17th century historian Constantin Cantacuzino called these mountains the Romanian Mountains. The area now occupied by the Carpathians was once occupied by smaller ocean basins. The Carpathian Mountains were formed during the Alpine orogeny in the Mesozoic and Tertiary by moving the Alkapa, Tisa and Dacia plates over subducting oceanic crust. Although commonly referred to as a mountain chain, the Carpathians do not actually form an uninterrupted chain of mountains. Rather, they consist of several orographically and geologically distinctive groups, presenting as great a structural variety as the Alps. The Carpathians, which attain an altitude over 2,500 meters in only a few places, lack the bold peaks, extensive snowfields, large glaciers, high waterfalls, and numerous large lakes that are common in the Alps. It was believed that no area of the Carpathian range was covered in snow all year round, and there were no glaciers. But recent research by Polish scientists discovered one permafrost and glacial area in the Tatra Mountains. The Carpathians, at their highest altitude, are only as high as the middle region of the Alps, with which they share a common appearance, climate and flora. The Carpathian climate is continental. Winters can be very cold, with frequent snowfall and average winter temperatures ranging from -12 to 3 degrees Celsius. In winter, temperature inversion, in which the low depressions retain very cold air while the mountaintops show relatively high temperatures, is a common occurrence. Summers can be scorching and are generally sunny, with average summer temperatures ranging from 19 to 38 degrees Celsius. The rains are concentrated mainly in September and generally fall in the form of severe thunderstorms. The water runoff from the Carpathians escapes for about 90% into the Black Sea. The waters of the northern flanks in Slovakia and mainly in Poland end up in the Baltic Sea via the Vistula and also partly the Oder. In the Carpathians originate Vistula, Dniester and various tributaries of the Danube, of which the most important are Tisa, Olt, Siret and Prut. There are around 450 lakes in the Carpathians, but they represent an area of less than 4 square kilometers. The high mountain lakes are mainly of glacial origin. The Carpathians extend in a geologic system of parallel structural ranges. The Outer Carpathians, whose rocks are composed of flysch, run from near Vienna through Moravia, along the Polish-Czech-Slovak frontier, and through western Ukraine into Romania, ending in an abrupt bend of the Carpathian Arc north of Bucharest. The Inner Carpathians consist of a number of separate blocks. Among the formations building these blocks are ancient crystalline and metamorphic cores, onto which are younger sedimentary rocks, for the most part limestones and dolomites of the Mesozoic era. The third and innermost range is built of volcanic rocks, formed less than 50 million years ago, differing in extent in the western and eastern sections of the Carpathians. The last volcanic activity occurred at Chomadul about 30,000 years ago. The Carpathians are divided into three major regions: Western Carpathians, Eastern Carpathians, and Southern Carpathians. The Western Carpathians stretches from the Lower Austria and the Moravian region of the Czech Republic along the border of Poland with Slovakia toward the low Beskids range of the Eastern Carpathians. In the south, the North Hungarian mountains cover northern Hungary. The highest elevation is in the Gerlachovský štít, 2,655 meters in the High Tatras. Eastern Carpathians begin in the east of Slovakia and the southeast of Poland, continuing to Ukraine, where they are known as the Wooded Carpathians, and Romania until they reach the Prahova Valley in the south. The highest elevation is the Pietrosu, with 2,303 meters in Rodna Mountains. Southern Carpathians include the Southern Romanian Carpathians, the Western Romanian Carpathians, the Transylvanian Plateau, and the Serbian Carpathians. The highest elevation is the Moldoveanu Peak, 2,544 meters in Făgăraș Mountains. Gerlachovský štít is the highest peak in the Carpathians, and there are 10 peaks over 2,600 meters high, all of them in the High Tatra Mountains. In addition, here you can see a table with the highest national peaks of the Carpathians. On the foothills, where the agricultural soil was more fertile, severe deforestation has often been experienced. In the 19th century, the forests were opened up for commercial exploitation, especially for construction of the railways. As for forestry, although overexploitation was the rule at times, techniques which promoted natural regeneration were mostly favored. Also, many of the countries did not have access to modern harvesting technologies and to the funds that opened up even the wildest and most remote valleys in Western Europe. Thus, the damage known in Western Europe that led to large areas of artificial forests did not affect Central and Eastern European forests to the same extent. High in the mountains, pastoral farming has always traditionally dominated, and as a result, mountain shepherding has always been one of the most important elements of the Carpathian culture. Many traditional, sustainable methods for farming and managing the landscape have survived for generations. Furthermore, several thousand years of human habitation settlement have created traditional landscapes of tremendous value for nature, especially through agriculture and shepherding. These managed landscapes often possess a higher level of biodiversity than the purely natural landscapes. The Carpathians contain the continent's largest remaining natural mountain beech and beech coniferous forest ecosystems and the largest area of pristine forest outside of Russia. Together with semi-natural habitats such as mountain pastures and hay meadows, which are the result of centuries of traditional management of the land, the region's biodiversity is unsurpassed in Europe. The Carpathians are the last region in Europe to support viable populations of Europe's greatest mammals. Brown bear, wolf, and lynx can all be found in the forests of the region. Threatened bird species, including the imperial eagle, Ural owl, and the corncrake, have also found a sanctuary here. On a continent where 40% of the mammals are threatened by extinction, the Carpathians offer one of the last opportunities for resettling Europe's large carnivores. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you want to see more interesting videos, help our channel to grow by pressing the like button and share our videos with your friends. And if you are the first time here, don't forget to subscribe.